छत्तीसगढ़। हम जब भी इस राज्य का नाम सुनते हैं तो इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू विजुअलाइज बिग रॉकी क्लिफ्स और hundreds of boulders just lying around. It was 2021. During the summer time, I was at my hometown Bilaspur, and summer in Chhattisgarh tends to get crazy hot. So I was discussing this with my cousin, like आसपास कोई ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे हम लोग जा सकते हैं, जहाँ पे environment थोड़ा ठंडा हो. He came up with this information, like in north part of Chhattisgarh, it's pretty cool than the other parts. So yes, we decided to go on a weekend trip to Jashpur, and that is when I saw Deshdekha area. And the first question that came up in my mind is like, why no one is climbing here? This is a perfect place. डाउन द लाइन आई न्यू कि इस एरिया में भरपूर पोटेंशियल है, और जैसे ही हमारी टीम फ्री हुई, आई टोल्ड देम कि मेरे को एक ज़बरदस्त जगह मालूम है क्लाइंबिंग के लिए, एंड वी आर गोइंग देयर.
It was in May when we were discussing about these projects and he asked me कि क्या तू करेगा क्या?
During this particular trip, we were just climbing randomly. So, जो भी हमारे साइट में आ रहा था, we were just climbing on it.
तो हम लोग वहाँ पे ढूंढते ढूंढते में मुझे एक प्रॉब्लम दिखी, जिसको हम लोग बाद में उसका नाम उड़ान दिया हम लोगों ने. तो इट्स एन अमेजिंग प्रॉब्लम, एंड समहाउ इट इज़ स्टिल अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी एंड स्वप्निल भैया स्पेशली, क्योंकि हम दोनों अभी तक उसको क्लाइंब नहीं कर पाए हैं. बट इतनी प्यारी प्रॉब्लम है कि यू हैव टू जंप एंड गेट अ होल्ड,
And there is a very small hold which is like sideways. So you have to be very precise with your hand position, and then that is it. With that hand hold, you have to pull yourself up, and then the problem is done. I don't actually know what rock type it is, but यहाँ की rock थोड़ी sandpaper जैसी feel होती है. And since no one has ever climbed in this place, so it requires a little bit of cleaning before you find some really good strong holds. तो यहाँ पे hold की सबसे खास बात ये है कि ये तो either crimp है और either they are my favorite slopers. Once we start coming here often, we start searching for new boulders, new routes, and at a point we were using drone to understand the topography better. Like कि कहाँ पे और हमको boulders मिल सकते हैं, कहाँ पे और routes open किए जा सकते हैं. We just started climbing, problem after problem, boulders after boulders, and I was enjoying it thoroughly, to the extent that I forgot about grading system and about difficulties. I was just having this single-minded fun. I guess this is where soul of climbing lies. So one day we were shooting this local tribal festival Sarhul, and we got to know collector Dr. Ravi Mittal sir. He wanted to see us. So once we done with the shoot part, हम उनको मिलने गए, and I remember him asking कि what actually we are doing here. So after that we explained them about how we are planning to develop this Deshdekha Climbing Sector and how this area holds the immense potential for rock climbing and what we are trying to achieve with Chhattisgarh Climbing Initiative. And without any hesitation, he gave us full support. एक जो भी चाहिए होगा, just tell me and we'll do it together. So what basically we're planning to do in 4-5 years, now we know it is possible to do in just couple of months, and we had this feeling कि अब ये चीज़ थोड़ी बड़ी हो चुकी है. So we need some good expert support. So first name that came up in my mind is Jerry.
Swapnil called me to develop this, like the area he found, and he sent me some pictures and stuff. I was like, wow, this place looks very nice. In the picture, like what I could see in the picture, it was only few boulders. After I came to this place, I'm like, where are the boulders in the beginning while I was driving here? But it's all hidden in the jungle. Yeah, it's difficult to see it from far, but once you go, you just see like boulder after boulder, cliff after cliff.
So along with development, हम लोग का मेन एम था कि ये स्पोर्ट लोकल्स तक भी पहुंचना चाहिए. So for exact same reason, we got in contact with शिवदुर्ग के मित्र लोनावला to help us in organizing a small workshop, जहाँ पे हम उन बच्चों को जो यहाँ पे आसपास रहते हैं उनको इस स्पोर्ट के बारे में जानकारी दे सके और उन्हें इसके बारे में सिखा सके. There are few very interesting routes that we have opened in temple climbing area, and unknowingly वो सारे रूट के नाम A से शुरू होते हैं. वहाँ पे as of now we have 4 routes, जिसमें से पहला है अत्याचार जो सचिन सर, जेरी और मैंने ओपन किया.
It's a nice line that we bolted. I don't know why. Probably it's for a reason we named it called Atyachar. And yeah, it's like a very crazy climb. It's not super hard. It's probably like 7A plus lead or like soft 7B can be. But scaling doesn't really matter. But it's such a classic climb. It's not very obvious move. Like it's just keep on surprise you with moves and stuff.
And apart from Atyachar, we have 2 more routes, Aghor and Avatar, that were opened by Ayush and Jerry. And surprisingly, these 2 routes are still unclimbed. To our surprise, when we were just wrapping up the project work, we just saw a huge rock face which was like maybe 10 times larger than the temple area. And once we started walking inside the jungle, we spotted like couple of 100 more boulders. And then we got to know, okay, this area is way bigger than what we have anticipated. Another interesting part about Jashpur is local don't want garbage tourism, but they are very keen to develop this area and promote it among the athletes. With time यहाँ पे एक adventure community develop हो रही है, and they are very interested in learning about the sport. So at the end of it, we have somewhere around 80 boulder problems. We opened dozens of sport routes. We were able to expose this sport to more than 50 kids. And we trained 3 local guides. तो देखने में ये नंबर उतने बड़े नहीं लगते हैं, पर जब आप सोचेंगे ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे ये स्पोर्ट एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता था, वहाँ पे these numbers are pretty good positive signs. This area has huge potential for some extreme adventure, and you don't have to be a pro to see that.